There's an untapped audience of 600 million waiting.
What's good, TJ? What's good, bro? My apologies for yesterday, bro. I got pissed off. I got pissed off because I wanted to close that trade, but I'ma fix it. I was so pissed yesterday because I wanted to close that damn trade 3 times. I wanted to close it at break even. I wanted to close it while it was damn near at TP twice. Then I wanted to close it once it went back to TP. I mean, once the back to break even, bruh. And once I didn't do either one of them and it went straight to the stop loss, bro, I'm human, bro. I still go through my trader things. I be letting my anger take over sometime, bro. I gotta stop that shit. It's unprofessional. And we professionals, so. But I'm back and better today.
Houston and Duke will meet in the Final Four on Saturday.
I'm not taking no BS. I'm waiting for
Houston enters having won 17 straight
the
games.
right setup,
Duke
bro.
comes in winners of 15
Picture
straight.
perfect setup today.
Coming to you. Hey,
or
Coach.
just period this week.
Houston versus Duke, is that the championship game?
It sure seems like it because I think these two teams have played the best in the tournament. A part of me wants Houston to win after what happened. Stephen A. and Coach Greenberg, you remember in '83 when Dave Wittenberg shot that shot and Houston had it won, and then Lorenzo Charles, rest his soul, dunks at home, and they lose that in '83, and they followed up again in '84. They would have lost to Georgetown. So a part of me kind of want them to get redemption. But Duke is playing extremely well. I do believe these are the two best teams. They played the best. Both come in on a long win streak, 17 games, 15 games for Duke, Houston and Duke, respectively. But yeah, I do feel like this. Coach Greenberg said, you know, he thinks it's maybe Auburn because of the big fella, and because he came back in the game and the buzz that he generated coming back in the game, he called it the Willis Reed moment. But I just feel like, I mean, the way these two teams are playing, I do feel that whoever wins this ball game will probably cut down the nets in San Antonio.
Coach, Stephen A., this is not the championship game. First of all, I believe Florida or Auburn would beat Houston. I don't know if either of them will beat Duke, but I'll give Florida a chance. America, have you seen this brother, Walter Clayton Jr.? Have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen
him. Have you seen him? This brother is special, okay? And he got that clutch gene, too. He did it against UConn, sent him home. He did it against Texas Tech after a double-digit deficit. He scored like 8 or 9 points in the final 107 seconds, okay? That's less than 2 minutes. His brother is special, all right? And that Martinez backcourt mate ain't nothing to sneeze at either. And they've got depth at the front court. So they've got size and depth and talent in their front court. They have arguably the best backcourt in the nation and unquestionably one of, if not the best point guard in the nation. These brothers are special now. I don't like how interesting they've made it, competitive they've made it, but a whole bunch of people were picking Florida to win the national championship before this tournament began because we saw how formidable they were in the way they stomped Alabama and beat up on Tennessee in the SEC tournament. I'm just telling y'all, when you look at Duke, as elite as Duke is, and we can't dismiss Cooper Flagg, here's what I will say. I think that a collision course involving Florida and Duke is imminent. And I love the idea of it coming down to Cooper Flagg versus Walter Clayton Jr. I love that. That's what a national championship is all about. A national championship is all about. Houston, props to them. Elite defense, physicality, unquestionable. But I don't know about their offense too much. I think Florida or Auburn can take them. Therefore, I don't think this game between Duke and Houston is the national championship game. I don't believe that.
I've got Duke in Florida in my championship game. Having said it, Stephen A., you must have my notes. I mean, you must have my notes because I'll tell you that's exactly it. Look, Houston can
This
beat
L.
Duke, and Florida can lose to Auburn. These four teams are interchangeable. It's like who's going to play well this weekend. There are so many different variables. You talk about Houston, like no one's giving Houston a shot. You can't simulate what Houston does and how they play, how physical they are, how they rebound the ball on the offensive end, how tough they are, how they don't take plays off. But what we're not talking about Houston is they got three dudes shooting over 40% from the three-point line. That's the missing piece that they didn't have. So could they beat? I mean, you're John Schreier. You're going to talk about rebounding. You're going to talk about toughness. You're going to talk about defense. You can talk about running them off the three-point line. But once you see those dudes in person, it's different. Rick Barnes had those same conversations. And Rick Barnes' team's as tough as any, not as talented as Duke. So that's no gimme. On the other side of the bracket, like you just said, Florida just finds a way to win. They just find a way to win. And Walter Clayton is a closer. Now, they've stolen a couple. I mean, if Texas Tech doesn't miss those free throws, we're not talking about Florida. But this Auburn team has also had their moments. This is an almost impossible Final Four to pick. I got to study a little bit more. But are you telling me the winner of Duke Houston is the winner of the NCAA tournament? No. Every one of these teams has an argument that they can go and win this tournament because every one of these teams has been number one sometime. You got a 17-game winner, you got a 15-game in a row winner, but you got other teams that absolutely, on their very best, can win a national championship. I think that's why I say good on good, man. Good on good. I want the very best playing against the very best to decide a national championship.
I love that you say you need to study it more when your bracket's 91 percentile, Coach, but it's okay.
I'm a little disappointed in my performance
You could
yesterday.
watch a little more tape. Can I?
Yeah, I mean, if I was a coach, my bracket would be like 99. If I was
Do y'all
a coach,
remember?
that's me.
Don't,
y'all
don't, I know where
when
you're
I was
going.
struggling with the bracket?
I know
and
where you're
Molly
going.
blasted
It's
that
my
all
birthday.
over?
It's
But
my
then
birthday.
you're going to ignore that I'm at 75%.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, it's my birthday.
all right.
So, like, I get a free pass where people are nice to me. And
Okay. I'm
usually,
being nice.
and usually they bring
No.
gifts, but you're cheap.
Well, I didn't know it was your birthday until a few hours ago.
Oh, well, it's not.
You're cheap.
It's New York
I'm
City.
cheap.
There's like Saks,
cheap.
there's Bergdorf.
Well, I ain't had time to go shop. I'm cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, back to matters at hand.
That's
Cooper.
just her saying she wants a great gift, y'all.
My
You know
boy
that,
Stephen
don't
A.
you?
been hitting Molly for years, bro.
Gift, okay? And don't
Niggas
forget
better
about it.
recognize he been hitting that,
Cooper
but
Flag, though, will this weekend define him? If he wants to be like the greatest Duke player of all time, I've been hearing those conversations.
I'd like to answer that first, Coach. And Shannon, I like to
Look, he's not going to be the greatest Duke player of all
Coach,
time, but I think
Coach.
what he needs.
No.
I said I want to answer that first.
He's got a
The
delay.
person in my
He
ear
should
told
know
me to
about
talk.
delays.
You're
Go
the
ahead.
expert. I want you to close it. Let me and Shannon answer this first. He can't choke on anything during this NCAA tournament. And I'm not going to say he's the best, but Coach, let me tell you something. If that brother wins the national championship and he wins the most valuable player for the tournament and walks away with the National Player of the Year with the skill set we've seen this brother put forth, Coach, he's on my Mount Rushmore for Duke. He's right there with Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, okay? And I'm always going to put Grant Hill first for this reason, Coach. I saw UNLV blow out Duke by 30 in a national championship game. And the very next year, the only difference was Grant Hill. And Grant Hill helped deliver a victory over UNLV in a national title. Mike Krzyzewski's first at Duke, by the way. Grant Hill's always going to be number one to me. Christian Laettner is number two, okay? I'm going to throw Jay Williams in there. My boy Jay Williams, all right? And I'm going to put Cooper Flag right up there on that Mount Rushmore of Duke if he closes the deal. If he don't win, and worse, if he chokes, which I'm not wishing for, obviously, and I don't think will happen, that would be a different matter.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have an opportunity to do something, Coach, and Stephen A., that very few freshmen have been able to do, and that's lead their team. The last one was Anthony Davis. We remember Anthony Davis did it for Kentucky. We remember Carmelo had that great run at Syracuse, and Never Nervous Purvis Ellison did it in the '86, the first Duke Blue Devil team that went to the national championship game, and they ended up losing that game. I got it on the flip side. I think Christian Laettner is the greatest, considering what he's been able to do. Both back-to-back national champions, and the fact that game that he played against Kentucky, which he was perfect from the floor, perfect from the free throw line, and he hit the shot heard around the world. And when he in games it didn't matter who he played against, whether it was Shaquille O'Neal or anybody other great player. The Chris with the Fab Five, he played his best basketball game. But I don't have no argument with Grant Hill built on that. If Cooper Flag, Stephen, I might have to agree with you. If you look at it, because two are etched in stone and they're not coming off. That's Grant Hill and that's Christian Laettner. So he would definitely solidify himself because there have been a lot of other great Duke basketball players, but they haven't been able to close the deal. You look at a Jason Tatum, you look at a Ingram, you look at a Kyrie, you look at a Zion Williamson. They weren't able to close the deal. If he's able to close the deal, I think he has to have a place carved on that mountain.
Look, I can't disagree with the guy. It's a hypothetical because let's see what he does in the semifinals. Let's see if he wins the national championship. Let's see if he's the player of the year and also the MVP or most outstanding player of the tournament. I would ask you guys this, though. This national championship, he's playing against veteran experienced teams. But this season, he's basically played against a bunch of younger teams, obviously, in relation to those guys that were playing against guys that were in.
Do this 7 minutes a day until May 1st. We start on Monday, March 31st. In a week, you'll feel better. In 2 weeks, you'll look better. In a month, your wife won't believe your results.
We're in school for 3 and 4 years, so that would be the only variable. Let's see what he does. Like, here's the deal. I wouldn't say choking, though, because it's not choking. Like, he's playing against grown men. Auburn's got grown men. Houston's got grown men. So, I mean, like, this is going to be interesting. He's got to go get it done, man. It's not choking. It's just, sometimes you get beat.
No. Listen, I don't believe it will happen, Coach. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's that great. So when I don't want America to think I'm challenging you about Cooper Flag. I just don't want you to give the impression that there's no such thing as choking. Yo, Coach, what the definitions are, let's put Shannon and you up on the screen. Here is the definition, and I challenge anybody to refute this. The definition of choking is you doing something consistently, excellent, all the damn time, until the brightest light shine and the moment arrives and you wilt.
This isn't golf, though. This isn't golf. Like golf, I can understand it. It's an individual sport. You got to hit a shot. It's you in the course. Basketball, you got 4 other people that have to kind of support you.
No, Coach, you are a coach. You know, like, for example, Shannon. See, I got him, Shannon. Here's how I got him.
Come on, Shannon. Come on, let's go, Shannon.
When you got 13 people on your squad, don't you decide who the 5 that's going to start for you? Don't you decide the few that's going to come off the bench for you? How do you make that conclusion? Because you know who can do what. That's what you do. So that's the point is I'm making. I expect Cooper Flag to be big time. The brother's special. But the point is there is such a thing as choking. There are times when palms get sweaty, backsides get tight. That's not that's not something that's fabricated. It happens.
Of course.
Hey, if your offensive line's not very good, I don't care. Your quarterback can't throw the ball. Right, Shannon?
Do I have time for one more topic?
That is correct.
All right. I'm going to keep it rolling here, guys. Maryland's Kevin Willard has been hired as Villanova's new head coach. Maryland just completed one of its best seasons in the past 20 years, earning 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, making a run to the Sweet 16 before falling to top-seeded Florida. The Terps finished 27-9 overall, 14-6 in the Big Ten. Willard will now join Villanova, who recently fired Kyle Neptune after just 3 seasons. Okay, Seth. Do you have any issue? Did you want to go?
No,
Okay. There's a lot of pointing happening. I'm looking down. Sorry, I didn't know. Do you have any issue with Willard's departure to Villanova?
I thought he handled it poorly in terms of his press conferences, but I'm going to put it real simple. All right? He was not aligned with his athletic director. Oh, wait a second. He didn't have an athletic director because he just went to SMU. He wasn't aligned with his administration because the person that oversaw college basketball at Maryland, they weren't aligned. He absolutely struggled with the Big Ten and the travel to the Big Ten. He didn't enjoy that per se. To me, when you're not
he think Nas is gonna go close the gaps. Let's see.
With your
Let me see.
sport administrator, when you feel like you're not getting the support that you need to compete at the very highest level,
Like up here, you think Nas gonna go feel this?
You got a choice. You either fight, flee, or flow. And he decided to.
Try and go. What gaps you think is gonna go tap into? He could go tap into up here, but I thought it was gonna come tap this and buy. But probably right, bro. It's probably about to start buying. It respected this this demand zone right here. Definitely did. Yeah. Oh, okay. This was yesterday though. Oh, that's fit. Oh well. All of this stuff up here. Yeah. We do got 10 o'clock news. We got 10 o'clock news for sure. Yeah, I see. We got 10 o'clock news, so. And what I think this is doing is setting up to give us some supply. But it's 8 o'clock, bro. Our plays ain't been playing out early. If we being realistic about this shit. This shit going on. Yeah, that little play went 1-1. It was just ugly. Yeah, but if I'm being honest, I have no clue what's going on, bro. I see nothing. Like, I see nothing except this potentially becoming a strong supply area if it break this. Because it's about to sell. Gold about to come back down. Gold about to start, or gold may continue buying. This is a huge leg up. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm about to just turn some shit on the. About to close my eyes for a little bit, bro. I'm sleepy.
Hi, we're Visible. If you're looking for one-line wireless plans without hidden fees and surprise...
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. About the third pick, saying they don't have to take a quarterback. If it matches up, if the value is right, we could take a quarterback. So as we bring Mel into the conversation, Lewis, I will start with you.
Yeah.
When you hear those words, what do they mean?
To me, it sounds like, look, they're not, if it's Shador or no one else, meaning, let's just put it this way, if Cam Ward's not there, they're not taking quarterback at 3. That's what he's saying right there. If it matches up, if the value is right, I mean, you don't really need to say that. You can just say, look, we're just going to take the best player available. You don't really even need to address value or if it matches up, if Shador is still on the board. So to me, I think he's telegraphing, look, unless there's some way somehow that Cam Ward falls to us, you could be looking for the Giants to pick someone else.
And I mean, barring something, and we'll have Shefty a little bit later this morning, it would be a stunner if Cam Ward was available
Of
at
course.
number 3. Giants would have to move up probably 2 spots to the number 1 overall spot to get him. Mel, so let's go to you on that. Well, every mock I've seen you do. For those who've not followed Mel's big board, he actually has Shador as the number 1 quarterback in this draft. But you have mocked him at 3 to the Giants in every one that I can think of, Mel. Do you still expect the Giants to take Shador at 3 despite having signed Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston?
Well, I think the quarterback room of Wilson, Winston, and DeVito is a law firm or a quarterback room. The bottom line is, I think you look at what we have right now, we're talking about the quarterback in Shedeur Sanders, who I think can be a heck of a player. Now, if they don't agree and they don't love him, you don't take him. The best players in this draft to that point are Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, and Mason Graham, and Ashton Ginty. Quarterbacks are down the line a bit, but they have to love the quarterback. They love Cam Ward just like Shedeur Sanders, you don't take him. Okay? So you sit there and you say, okay, you're not going to tip your hand because guess what? They're not picking second, guys. They're picking third. And Cleveland's sitting there at 2. We're thinking maybe Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter there, passing on the quarterback. But who knows? They can't start saying, we're getting Shedeur Sanders. They don't know what Cleveland's going to do for sure. So you just got to let it play out. Cam Ward's probably going 1. Cleveland takes Carter Hunter, and they're sitting there with Carter or Hunter or Shedeur Sanders. And obviously for me, Carter Hunter has a higher grade. I don't know how they feel about it, but the bottom line is you're in a division with Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and Dak Prescott. You better daggone side sure that they are going to think about closing that gap. And Wilson, Winston, and DeVito aren't closing that gap too much.
Booker, talk to me.
The Giants are in a situation in which I do not envy because the GM and the head coach have to win. But ownership has come out and said, we need to find our quarterback of the future. Well, the numbers and the data show us you're going to find your quarterback of the future in the first round. Is there value at number 3 in taking a quarterback, but they need to win now? It's a situation in which I do not envy. If they're going to do the right thing by the franchise, they take the best player available, which is probably not a quarterback. Maybe you can come back in round 2 or 3 and get your quarterback later. So it's a situation where I think head coach and GM need to talk to the owner and say, hey, what is it that you want us to do? Because this is your team. Because if we're trying to save our job, we need to get the best player available. But if you're telling us we need our quarterback of the future, the likelihood of getting that guy has got to be up top in the first 3 picks.
Oh, they talked to the owner before. You saw how that turned out.
Exactly.
Right? When the owner was sitting in the back of the room and he's sitting there pleading with them to not trade.
Saquon.
And they were just like, yeah, okay. You just sit over there, man. We got control of this. Yeah, look, to me, it just seems to me that like Joe Schoen is telling you, look, and I know I'm playing junior psychologist here, but it seems to me like he's saying, look, the value to him doesn't seem to match up at 3 with Shedeur if he's sitting.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem to match up. And quite honestly, look, if that's the way
Yeah, it's just consolidating, bro. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just
you enough wins to where John gives you another year.
listening to these dudes, got my eyes closed a little. I'm peeking every so often, bro. This shit ain't on nothing right now. We might not get nothing until the news.
But there's no way anybody in that organization can say we have confidence in Russell and Jameis.
Of course not.
No way. And so
and that speaks to what you're saying right now, right? They're in a position where you don't envy.
Exactly.
Because right now, if they take the quarterback and don't believe in him, then you're really just trying to placate the owner and buy yourself more time.
Exactly.
And that usually ends in disaster.
And just look, again, we've put together our whole draft group today. For those of you who don't know, we host the draft together. The 4 people you see on your screen right now is Shefty and a cast of thousands. And Mel, what I keep thinking about is if Shedeur Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders is as famous a prospect as we're going to have coming in as a quarterback based upon his past, his father's past, and all the rest of that. If we get through 3 picks and Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, and Cam Ward are the first 3 who go off the board, you know, there's always this possibility. I don't like speaking it into the world because I don't wish this on anyone. But that does set up a situation to me, Mel, where it could start to become sort of a long night for Shedeur Sanders. How do you see it?
It's happened a lot over the years. I went back to 1970. If you want the best opportunity to get a quarterback based on the numbers, that's in the top 5 of the draft. Now, that sliding quarterback, we've had 8, according to my rankings and mocks that I had, going back to 1970. 6 of those 8 were big hits. Okay, 2 were busts. That was Jimmy Clausen and Brady Quinn, the 2 Notre Dame quarterbacks. So if Shedeur does slide, it bodes pretty well for him and the team that drafts him. Top 5 is the best spot to get that guy, though, in terms of the history of the draft. But in terms of Shedeur, New Orleans is sitting there at 9. Pittsburgh's sitting there at 20. The Rams are sitting there at 26. So again, you talk about if we don't get Shedeur, we can get somebody else. What if those guys are gone? So you're not going to like 5, 6 guys after the top 1 or 2. It's just not going to happen. So if you identify the 1 or 2 guys you really like and you want to move forward with as your developmental quarterback, you better get one of those guys. You can't lose them. So this notion, trade out, move around, do this, there's no guarantee you're going to get that player. And for Shedeur Sanders, I agree, guys, he's not rated in terms of my rankings, and a lot of people I've been looking through in the league, that high. So the Giants, though, are the team picking 3, and we know they always force quarterbacks up there. And my point would be, if you don't get Shedeur and you don't take Shedeur, who is that developmental quarterback going to be? Because they're going to draft a quarterback within the first 2 rounds of the draft.
All right, keep this thought here for the moment because there's one more thing that just came in that I want to get to. We'll come back to the quarterbacks. But today is a day of reckoning. The tush push is on the ballot, people, and the banning of it is gaining momentum at the league meetings. It will take 24 of 32 votes to eliminate this play that has become a short yardage staple for the Super Bowl champs. Just moments ago, Eagles coach Nick Sirianni addressed some of the health concerns that have come up with regard to this play. He just said this.
I know what the data says, and I know how we coach it, and we don't coach a push play any different than we coach a quarterback sneak play. So, like, that if, it's, again, the injury data says what it says, and we coach it the exact same, whether somebody's pushing or whether somebody's not pushing. We were healthy on the play. I believe the whole entire NFL was healthy on the play.
Yeah, to be clear, I've not seen, and we've looked everywhere we can, any data that suggests it is a more dangerous play than others. I can't say with certainty there is no such data, but I've not been able to find any. Booger, how do you feel about the possibility of the banishment of the tush push?
I think it's absolutely wrong. Greeny, think about this. We've seen no data from a health and safety standpoint, so you're banning this play from an aesthetic standpoint or because you can't stop it. Imagine if they told Kareem, hey, you can't do the sky hook. It just looks bad. Nobody else shoots that way, okay? They can't stop it. Now, everybody else could do it, but just because nobody can stop it, you can't do it. That's essentially what they're doing to the tush push. I haven't seen anything. As the coach said, it's a glorified quarterback sneak.
Right.
If they ban it, to me, this would be a travesty to football because now they're setting precedent that if someone else comes up with a play that is unstoppable, are we going to do the same thing to that play? That's why I don't like this.
Point of parliamentary procedure. Pushing the ball carrier, quarterback or otherwise, in the NFL has been illegal for about 90% of the league's history. They changed that rule. And I want you to watch. We have a little demonstration that Bart Scott did here about a week and a half ago, having nothing to do with health and safety, but about how the play is not fair to the defense, which I would think you would be
I'm done with traditional foundation because of this. As a young makeup artist, I've tried every foundation. Powdery formulas can be dry.
I push him back. He's going to get it, and you're never going to be able to get a playoff. What if the defensive players did that? We would hear the offensive players complaining about that. If we want to have a tush push, I should be able to push my guy on the other side. It's like playing one team gets to play tug of war with 8 players, and the other one gets to play with 4 players.
As a man who made his living lined up against the center.
Couple of things. That was a very small Jalen Carter that he was pushing.
That's Pineapple Jack.
That's number one. Number two, Greeny, understand this. We're taught as defensive linemen in that quarterback sneak situation to get low. Low man always wins. But if you watch the Philadelphia Eagles tush push, low man doesn't always win because when you get low, the offensive line gets on top. Quarterback normally goes over the top or to the left side. I still like the play. It is not a great play for defensive tackles. I still love the play just because.
Should the defense be allowed to push? Should they? They're not
in this
allowed
situation.
To do it.
Yes, they should.
Look at Kyle Hamilton. He's pushing right now.
I know, but you know. Look, I mean, they should be allowed to push. It should be. See, what's happened here is, look, people understand that because they can't push. And notice, I think Sean McDermott was one of the people who was one of the vocal proponents against this, although his football team's really good.
Exactly. They have Josh Allen, yeah.
But, look, this is not about player safety, unless there's some data, as you said, that we don't know about. This is about the fact that 2 teams have demonstrated that they have perfected this thing and you can't stop it. They perfected it at a greater than 80% success rate. And aesthetically, as you mentioned, it really doesn't appeal to the purist in you, right? That's what it is. That's what it is.
But still, Greeny, they should not outlaw the play. Figure out a way to stop it. And this is coming
or come up with a better or just say, hey, look, we just don't like the way it looks.
Or draft.
Simple as that. Just say it.
Draft your quarterback that can squat 600 pounds. They got the biggest offensive line in football.
Yeah, that's true. Get you a Jordan Mailata. Get you some people. Get you a quarterback that squats 600 pounds.
That stopped it a few times. The Buccaneers. You know why? Because they got Vita Vea inside.
Right.
And so if you want to stop it, now you're going to have to do what teams do. You draft according to the division and the people you have to stop.
So that's what you're doing.
There we go. Well, I'm just saying.
If they ban it, then the visual will just be Frankie Louvu flying over the top of it, trying to make
it might Gold might give
award them a touchdown, which I've been watching the game.
Gold is in the limbo spot. I think it's about to choose his way for the day.
Does that mean he's going to Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Or is there still a chance he ends up in Minnesota? We're going to hear from all the coaches involved as we continue. continue. Plus, LeBron, look clutch. But do the Lakers need to be more careful with their 40-year-old superstar? Numbers never lie. We're going to show them to you next.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now, there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clearer skin. With Skyrizi, you can show up with dramatically clearer skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more. Like a great rate on an auto loan or some more reliable wheels. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
You'll be back! Emu can't help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual!
Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Tax Act has live experts on hand, so you don't have to sweat your taxes. We're like the antiperspirant of tax companies. That sounded a lot cooler in my head. Tax Act. Let's get them over with.
My husband, Dean, always worried that his diabetes would keep him from enjoying retirement. But Dexcom G7 has made it easy for Dean to manage his sugar levels and spend more time in range. We're feeling good about the future, wherever it takes us.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it'd tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
It's time to begin the hunt. To share the excitement and bake your tails off.
Endless ways to Easter, M&M's.
You've waited all week for this. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Maximus Z from Greenworks. The most versatile zero-turn utility mower on the planet. With more power, more runtime, and all the versatility of one battery that powers over 75 products, you'll forget.
Using the right weight matters. The Body Pod lets you easily understand what is the fastest way to reach your health and fitness goals. At an accuracy of 98%, you can measure 45 different body metrics and understand which areas you need to work on. Easily see if you're losing the right weight or if you're gaining muscle. Get powerful insights to understand how different diets and daily habits impact your overall health. Make smarter health choices today. The Body Pod by Hume.
Earn points on rent at any home with Bill. Get rewarded every month on rent, travel, and other expenses around your neighborhood. Redeem points on airlines, hotels, rent, fitness, and much more. Take advantage of our world-class partnerships with all 4 major hotel brands. And save up Bilt points, which have been consistently ranked as the highest value point currency by leading publications. Start earning points on rent today with Bilt.
Jones Jr. is going to do right there. Oh, someone tell me, does he do this on purpose? Does he kick this ball on purpose? Because if so, it's the most athletic thing I've ever seen. Lewis?
I don't think so. No. But he's way up there, though. He's up in the elevator.
Here's a question, Green. Have you ever dunked a basketball?
Well, how tall was the rim, you know?
Any rim.
Little Tykes?
Yeah, like
A little Tykes one?
I was going to say, does Nerf count?
Anything counts.
Yeah. Then no. I mean, the answer. Well, wait, of course, the answer is. Have you?
Yes.
Could you dunk?
Regulation, Greeny.
Regulation.
I'm an athlete, Greeny. Are you kidding me?
Athletic.
I know that, but I mean, one way or another. Well, what was more athletic, what Derrick Jones Jr. did there, or what LeBron James at the age of 40 did here? Look at him come in there and swat that away on the defensive end. What do the numbers say about LeBron at his age? You'll hear them next.
Premium meat for a natural diet.
Most people don't realize how processed typical dog food is. At the Farmer's Dog, we believe dogs should be able to get their daily nutrition without the excess processing.
The digestibility is just better. We have the right amount of protein, the right amount of fat, the right amount of nutrients being added, but it's real food.
Everybody wants to take care of their dog in the best way that they can. Our mission is just to help them do that.
It's $10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10. Buttermilk biscuit, that's a good deal. Get a taste of $10 Tuesday, only at KFC.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
I was born with wings, but psoriasis swooped in to clip them. It crushed my confidence until I got clearer skin with Bimzelx. I have a chance to say I'm back.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation.
Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to get yourself back.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx today.
The DQ freezer is opening again for our 85th birthday to bring back our most wished-for blizzard flavor. It's the Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ freezer closes.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you. Can you feel it?
This is a very pivotal time in the season.
Urgency on every play. Arenas filled with anticipation and expectation. It's down to the wire. You're on the cusp. And that thin sheet of ice you find yourself on is called the playoff push. The rush to the playoffs on ABC Hockey Saturday. Rangers Devils at 12:30. Penguins Stars at 3. Saturday on ABC and ESPN+.
Custom Ink helps us motivate our students with custom gear. We love how Custom Ink takes care of everything we need so we can focus on the kids.
We make it easy to wow all of your groups with high-quality custom apparel, accessories, and promo products, all backed by our guarantee at customink.com.
TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition.
Think you need a new roof? Think again and save thousands. We'll help you put off the high cost of a roof replacement for at least 5 years. Or 10.
Or sometimes even 15.
We're America's most trusted roofer because we always try to save your roof rather than replace it.
We'll restore your roof for a fraction of the cost of a new one. But don't wait. If your roof loses too much protective coating, it's too late. Call now or scan the code, and we'll give you an assessment of your roof for free.
We are back bottom of the hour on a jam-packed morning on Get Up. Let's run the floor. Hey, Jay Williams, the Celtics beat Memphis yesterday. Boston has won 9 straight. In the Eastern Conference, which team has the best chance to bump Boston?
Hey, Monica, I'm going to bring Greeny to the R&B world. Keith Sweat. Nobody Nobody, Greeny, not the Knicks, not the Cavs. Nobody is going to compete with Boston in the Eastern Conference. Sorry to tell you.
You buying that, Ron?
I'm there. I'm there in the Eastern Conference. I think the Cavs are going to put up a formidable contest should they run into one another, but I think I got the Celtics coming out of that.
Windman, you made a point about this road trip in our meeting this morning that I'm not sure everybody is aware of, but it fascinated me. Go.
I'm not sure you've heard, Greeny, but the Celtics have quite an impressive history. Never in the history of the Celtics franchise have they ever gone 6-0 on a road trip. We haven't even seen a team go 6-0 on a
Yeah,
trip
Gold did,
since
but it
the
ain't do
height of the
nothing for
Warriors'
real.
powerhouse run last decade. That's what this team
It's just Gold. It ain't nothing
dominated
going
on
on,
the
bro.
road. And more
It ain't nothing
impressively,
going on.
Kristaps
Don't
Porzingis is looking the best he has all season, which is pretty
don't
much the death
keep
knell for
worrying
anybody's
yourself
hoping to
about
beat
this
the
shit. Ain't nothing going on.
All right, so the Eastern Conference may belong to the Celtics. The Western Conference may belong to the Thunder. And, Wendy, they won their 10th in a row last night. And you had a very good meeting this morning. Wendy was the meeting MVP. You made a very interesting observation about OKC as well.
Well, look, it's April 1st, Greeny, and this is no joke. The Thunder haven't had their 13th loss yet, which means 70 is still in play. They have 7 games left if they win all 7, and they're 18-2 since the All-Star break, and one of those losses was in overtime. They will have 70 wins. Now, I don't think they're going to make it a priority, but this team is 120-37 over the last 2 regular seasons. This is an absolute machine. They are, even in games where they sit their star players, they tend to win. Their last 3 games of the season are on the road, but they are all against teams that are tanking. If they get through the 2 games with the Lakers and a road game in Houston on Friday, I would almost say if they win on Friday in Houston, let's start talking about it.
We could be talking about a 70-win OKC team in the Western Conference this year. You know, look, there have been 2 teams that have done it. 69 was the mark forever. The Bulls got to 72. The Warriors took it to 73. We'll see if Memphis goes for it. Let me go back to the Lakers, though. We opened the show with the highlight. They beat the Rockets last night. But this is very interesting. LeBron James is in, right now as we speak, a 7-game stretch in which he has not scored more than 25 points. That's the longest drought for him in a decade. LeBron has not been his team's leading scorer in any of those 7 games. And it does bring up an interesting question. And Wendy, I'll start with you on this, but I want everyone in on this topic. LeBron James and the Lakers are going to try to do something in the next few months that Hembo and I put our heads together this morning, has legitimately only been done once in the history of major American sports. And that is rely heavily on a player 40 years old or older to win a championship. Tom Brady stands alone. He's the only player to do it. There have been 40-year-olds who've been contributors. But to depend on a player of that age, as much as this team is going to depend on LeBron in the playoffs, it's only happened once before, and it's never happened in the NBA. So, Winman, you start the conversation there on perspective. LeBron coming back from the groin in.
Switch to the Farmer's Dog in 2025 and listen to what the happiest version of your dog can sound like. Look forward to the sad.
All right, Jay Capone, how's it going?
Nothing, man. I've been great, man. How you been, man? It's been a while, man. Back with another one, right?
It's been a while, man. We back with another one, man. What's been going on since our last interview?
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I done grew up my TikTok and YouTube space. You know, I've been blowing up kind of on the YouTube and TikTok wave. You know, with the streaming stuff, I done figured out new avenues. You know, got closer to God. You know, I've actually grown up since the last time we talked, bro. That's about what it really been. I've grown up, got a little older, a lot wiser, and that's about it, man.
Any news with the music? You doing anything musically?
I mean, I'm always working, bro. I'm always in the studio. I'm always pushing and working as far as music. The only thing with music is like, you know how you get that new fling, and you kind of turn your main bitch into your side bitch, bro. Like I kind of discovered a new lane, and I done kind of low key turned my main into my side, folks. You know what I'm saying? And I done turned the side into the main a little, but you know, I'm still working. I be in the studio a lot more than I stream. You know what I'm saying? So that's still my main within as far as the work ethic, but the streaming space is just so easy, bro. Like I honestly thought that the rap, when you come from the streets, you think rap money is the easiest money you can find, and then you start doing streaming and getting in that type of space, and you realize that you literally can sit on your couch every day and make thousands. Like you can really like just you ain't got to fake kick it with nobody or nothing, which is what you got to do in rap and all of this other entertainment or a part of the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? You got to phony kick it sometimes. You got to put people who you really probably shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But in this streaming space, bro, you can literally set up your phone and be right here in the game chair by yourself and going up. You know what I'm saying? It's such a, I don't even want to say sweet, because I actually fuck with it. I don't even want to make it seem like it's just some shit I'm just doing for money. I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So still working on music, still is my main squeeze, but this streaming thing, they got a hold of me. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man.
Getting on YouTube for a few hours and making thousands is definitely easier than hitting the studio, making sure it's mixed and mastered, having to shoot the music video, having to get everybody together, having to put out all the money. I mean, it's a lot of work, you know. And then there's no guarantee you're even gonna make money or get a record. You know, it's tough.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you've been in this business and entertainment also a long time, so you understand that part of it. Just like having to do a lot to get things done, man. You know what I'm saying? And so the space that I'm in, I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Because that is hard, man. A lot of the music space is you doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know, people look at it like, man, he got them clout, he's shooting videos and he doing millions, so it must be easy. Like, man, you really gotta work. It ain't gonna come sweet, man. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, it's definitely sweeter than rap. But like I said, man, I ain't gave up the grind. We still pushing the music. It's just the streaming shit, it corrupt me right now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what it is, man. Hey, at least you're getting money. That's all that matters right there, man.
For sure.
All right, man. So I'm gonna get into probably the biggest thing that's been going on, man, is recently Boss Top was on No Jumper, and during this interview, they asked him about a story you told about a watch that allegedly he stole. And when they asked him about you, he said he didn't know who you were. What's your thoughts on that?
I ain't gonna lie. When it first happened, I was pissed off. I was a little mad, but I honestly wasn't mad at all once I actually seen the whole clip. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't just deny he didn't know me, which was what the blogs all put out. Like the blogs made it such a big thing about him acting like he didn't know me, but he literally didn't claim anybody that had something to say about him that he probably didn't like. They asked him about another guy who rapped about robbing and taking his pipe and shooting Top, and Top said he didn't know him. They asked Top about Jay Hood, a person from his block, and he said he didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? So once I seen that, I'm just like, well, I guess he playing I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you got to look at it like some people book you for interviews, bro, and they be trying to get tea and you give them piss. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was him just trying to give piss when he know people trying to give tea, or he just really didn't want to, you entertain nothing about nobody that was saying that he felt like was saying something bad about him. So I honestly was kind of, threw off at first, but I ain't. Once I figured out everything and realized that he basically said he don't know nobody that he actually know outside of Smirk now and Lil Jeff. I ain't getting over that shit.
Yeah, I kind of felt like he didn't want to go viral. He didn't want to give no energy to anything.
Yeah, like even if you watch the interview, like that's the kind of thing like that was making me come to this conclusion as well. It's like, when you ever seen Top like that? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never really seen him that calm, cool, really like, he kind of not even giving a lot of the shit really energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking at it like, man, maybe they trying to get some tea. Maybe he giving them piss. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what it was. And, he fresh out. Maybe he ain't looking for that type of attention right now. So he wasn't trying to do no negative shit. He was talking about being a Muslim and all that type of shit. So maybe he was just giving them piss.
Some other sad news happened, man. And, I'm sure you knew this guy, but I'm going to ask you anyway, man.
Mm-hmm.
Old Block Louie recently passed away. I believe the reports are it is from the head injury that he sustained the night that Vaughn was killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least what I've seen. I don't know, maybe you got better information on that, but did you know Louie? And what was your thoughts on that?
Man, bro, of course I knew Louie for sure, and man, bro, like I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. Like, when Louie died, it made me sit back and reflect about that whole night Vaughn got killed, folks. You know what I'm saying? Because really, when you think about it, Louie the only one survived that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he the only one got shot and lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vaughn died, Slutty died. And when it all first happened, the reports was Louie died also. The rest of us didn't figure out Louie was alive for a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally had to come back and let the guys know, like, he ain't dead. He's still breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for them, they gave up. We thought Louie was dead, man. You know what I'm saying? So, to see Louie shake back and actually, to a certain degree, like, trying to recover from that day. And seeing him suffer for, not even just like emotionally because he lost his homie, but every day you gotta look in the mirror, you seeing that how your face look and shit like that, how your head look, and you gotta remember that night. Like it's sometimes, bro, when shit happened to us, we try to do things to get away from that. You know what I'm saying? But how do you get away from a mark that's on your head? Like, how do you get away from thinking about that day, thinking about the consequences of that night, and you gotta look in the mirror 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, that's one of those things where it's like you can never really escape that pain. You know what I'm saying? So when I see shit like that, bro, and he end up dying for it, just was like, damn, bro, like I get nobody lived to tell the story. Nobody had a motherfucking Cinderella story or nothing, for like that whole night was just a loss. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really made me up about, for, because I've been knowing Louie all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, Louie always been a tough individual, man. He always been a guy who, like, things don't affect Louie, bro. So I know he was trying to get through and go through this shit as well as anybody that was going through this shit can, folks. Then in the midst of all of this shit going on with Louie, his mama died. You know what I'm saying? So he was suffering on so many levels, folks. You know what I'm saying? But to the world, he getting on and going and moving on. You know what I'm saying? But that shit just showed me, folks, like, damn, that whole night was one of the worst. I always say this shit, bro. Like, that night, November 6th, 2020? Man, that shit was the worst night of a lot of people's lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit it was the worst night of a lot of people's lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, we still ain't recovered. And to have one of our homies that was involved with that night, have him die recently, it's like, it's basically a whole 5 years of pain. All this shit basically one big ass episode, bro. Cause we got homies dying in this shit 5 years ago from that night, and we got homies dying that was involved in that night 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like basically one long ass night.
You know, how did you guys meet? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have like a story with Louis or anything?
Yeah, man. Like I've been knowing Louis my whole life, fo. Like we've been in my hood a long time, fo. Like as just I've been knowing Louis so long, fo. It's like we met as babies. Like it's like we didn't even meet. We just been around each other forever, fo. Like when you from my hood and you really from my hood, fo. Like it's basically a bunch of shorties from the projects running around. Either our daddies know each other or our mamas know each other, folks. But we like homies because we from the same area. You know what I'm saying? So even if this not your everyday homie, the one that's sleeping in the bed or spending the night at your mama house with you, this still your mans that you hoop with on the court, or you know that you be standing in front of the store with, or you know that you might even go on a 2-man with or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just always been just Louis been in my face or vice versa, folks. Like even before O Block or 600 or any of that shit, folks. Like just hitting them blocks, gang banging, you know, because we was in the field even before we was claiming blocks. You know, when you had a little circle and y'all would put 3 initials as y'all name and shit, we used to be GMB, Get Money Boys, and all of that goofy shit shorties do and shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to do shit like that, folks. And it'll be me and Louis, you know, we all in the same crew running through and shit, you know, shit like that, folks. So that's how I always met Louis, folks. That's why we used to argue so much in the hood. Me and Louis used to argue every day. Every day on the block, folks. Because he from the O, I'm from the 6. O Block used to be starting shit with us. Like in-house beefs and shit, we'll be in the O, and folks them would be like, we'll be chilling. It'll be O Block is 600. Here come Louis or another from the O. Hey, boy, O Block is 600 fight, we gonna whoop y'all. Like, what the f is y'all thinking about shit like that? Like, for what? Like, and then it gotta be me. My tough ass gotta be the one to really tweak on the phone them because y'all trying us or something. Y'all trying to size us up. Like, what do that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I used to be like, y'all sizing us up or something on BD. For all you think, it used to be him and Jay Hood. Him, Jay Hood, who the Jarvis. Man, phone them was tough as hell growing up, man. But they was really like that though. I ain't gonna lie.
I wanted to get your take on this, man. Not too long ago, a video popped up where you see Mimo 600, and it looks like he's in a club, and he's like kind of dancing to the GD anthem, throwing up GD, and in the video it looked like he was just around and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what was your thoughts on that?
Man, bro, look, Mimo, I always tell, man, like, me and Mimo be talking this shit, bro. Mimo could do what he want at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit with, like, when I see what Mimo be doing, folk, like, all I tell is, we deserve it, folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's at the point of our life now, folk, like, and I'm talking about, like, me and Mimo them age, you know what I'm saying? Like, we at the point now, bro, where we have to be allowed to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be the same young that was wanna diss the ops and, you know, like act like we just getting our feet wet in this shit. Like, we at the age, bro, we looked at as OGs in the streets, bro. Like real shit. Like, we can't even bang the same, bro. Like, we can't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we done lost so much to this shit, bro, that, you know, it's like, at this point, the who been in the field, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't talking about the little YNs and shit like that. I'm talking about the who really been in the field, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been in the field 15 years of our life. Even more, some of us. You know what I'm saying? We done lost 150, 200 dead homies in this shit, bro. Like, Mimo done lost a brother in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mimo at the point where he feel like he wanna be on some peaceful shit and he wanna vibe and a lot of shit different and mean less to him, for I think he got that right, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't go into their 40s and 50s and shit worn like we still 16 and shit, folks. Like, you just graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just did a 20 versus 1 with J Mane. Like, he making real content with folks. You know what I'm saying? He did an interview with him, did the club shit with him, and then he did the 20 versus 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing them up like a lot of shit and don't mean as much to him, folks. And it shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody should be allowed to graduate, folks. That's why you got little and big homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was coming up and we had all this GDBD shit going on. You know what I noticed, Cam, folk? When I would go around my dad's friends, cause they all big GDs and shit. When I would go around them, bro, they would all the BDs. So you know what I realized? So while the young sitting out here, we whacking each other, the big dogs, these at the bar together, they going to each other's events and they doing a lot while we on the streets spilling blood, folks. Like real shit, bro. Like these big homies and shit, these understood. We grow out of that shit. They all done shot and killed each other too, but we 50. We 40 something. You know what I'm saying? We in our late 30s. Why is we still acting like this? We got kids, mortgages, car notes. You know what I'm saying? We got a baby seat in the back seat. Why is we out here acting like we got, like, you know, like it real shit though. Like that's just something I seen for my own eyes, bro. So even me knowing, like, man, bro, you can't fault no for graduating. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit, man, like gotta figure out how they gonna feed their family, how they gonna, you know, survive and stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? That street shit comes second to a lot of shit once you get a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't about that, folks. Like, you know, we put all this shit on the line. You know what I'm saying? But at this age, folks, we ain't survived to keep doing the same shit, bro. That'll be like spitting in the face of all our dead homies. Them niggas got killed in the street, blood spilt, folks, for playing how we used to play. We can't come 15 years later, get killed on the same shit they got killed on. It's like we ain't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, four of them got killed, they was young and naive. You know what I'm saying? So certain things they couldn't open their eyes and see yet. At this big age, if we die like they did when they was 15 years old, we idiots. We idiots, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got shit to say about that. I feel like it's cool, man. And J Mane, I want to say this about J Mane too, though. J Mane is not oppy as op can get, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how else to explain that, but J Mane is not oppy. Like J Mane actually know us, bro. Like J Mane is from a place that's on our side of town. Like J Mane grew up with us, folks. Like J Mane who grew up with us and ended up going over there when shit hit the fan and shit. Like J Mane know us, bro. Like if it's anybody from that side that we would, you know, be open minded to even doing any business with or linking with at all, it'll be him. Like I ain't gonna lie, you know, it's some out here you would never see together, folks. Like Kiddo, you would never see him with certain like it's just certain you never gonna see what they are, bro. It's too much. It's too this that. It's just what it is. But like J Mane, for J Mane is, you know, he rapped, he dissed the guys and shit like that. But outside of that, J Mane really just a chill guy, folks. You know what I'm saying? From the other side. So it ain't like we who killed our homies and shit like that. It's like who used to diss your homies that you really knew your homies. You know what I'm saying? Like really grew up with your homies, folks. So it ain't really like it's like he a op, but he really one of us for real. I tell J Mane that shit all the time.
Now, how did J Mane end up on the other side? He is a BD, Calumet Building, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he really probably should have been with you guys.
But you know what be happening, Cam, folk? When your projects get knocked down, folk, that's how it end up all across town and shit, folk. Like my projects had got knocked down. I'm from the low end, Robert Taylor. For my projects got knocked down before they shit. That's how I ended up really being from over there, folks. I would have probably been from the low. Well, I am from the low end, but I probably would have been like I would have never made it to Woodline, Washington Park area for if my projects were still up. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Like I probably would have been really. All my roots would have been on the low end. My mother and father's from the low end, so both sides of my family from the same 5-block radius. But my mom and daddy grew up 5 blocks away from each other. You know what I'm saying? So they projects was 5 blocks away. So my whole mother and father side is connected between 2 projects that's 5 blocks away from each other. You know what I'm saying? So had not my projects been knocked down, I probably would have been on the low end, not even 600. You know what I'm saying? So when niggas projects get knocked down, bro, that force fucker the scatter. You ended up on blocks and in hoods you probably wouldn't have been living in, folks. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you gotta remember, folks, he ain't do shit but probably move 3 blocks up the street, and that's how close the quarters is, bro. Like, you can literally, folks, you can be living on this block and this 600. You move on 1 block this way, you in our territory. You know what I'm saying? So his mama probably just was like, hey, babe, I found a house 3 blocks away from the vet building and moved there. And the whole time, that's Gyro City like a and he grew up and was over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how close our quarters is, bro. Like, you come to the drive, we really literally share stoves with the ops, folks. We share stoves with them, for real. Like, we go in the same, this is how I used to see Butter and them up there loafing and shit. Like, we got the same stoves, folks. Like, them to be on 61st and King Drive at the stove, we be in that bitch on our way up there too. Like, telling you, folks, that shit is literally that close, folks. We share stoves. That's how close our quarters is. So probably just they knocked the building down. Mama moved a couple blocks away, and then he was forced to grow up with the ops.
What did you think when you seen him in O Block?
Man, you know, I just wish he called E first. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish he called E first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about the thing where him and E had the situation, and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, like, I just wish he called E first. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted him to call E. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, I just wanted him to call E, because that's just like if you that where you from, right, Cam? And me and you have a direct argument or a direct situation, you and I, folks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on some pushing peace shit, you know what I'm saying? And I try to push peace later down the line, but I'm gonna come to your block and do it. But I'm not gonna allow you to bless me in or give me your blessing, folks. Personally, knowing you call shots over there. That's dangerous. That's risky business, bro. Like, I feel like, you know, and E, the reason why I wanted him to reach out to E first is because E has also grown up, bro. Like, E got his own theme. He pushing positivity. He say he don't know what peace is, folks. That could be described as anything. He pushing positivity. Fuck trying to find peace and everything. He letting motherfuckers know I'm not on that. But whatever way this shit can go is gonna go. But we own positive things. You know what I'm saying? So E, he would have got up with E, and E would have been like, all right, that shit ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Leave it there. Period, folks. But since you didn't call E and you said that shit you said about folks, it's like, now we got an issue. Because now you in my hood, in my gates, without even coming to check in with me or even us having a dialogue about that shit you said about me. It's like you trying me on my own block or something. Like you think I'm pussy or something, folks. And you know, we all men, Cam, folks. Like, you gotta watch how you handle, folks. Like, watch how you handle men. Watch how you handle street. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do certain things like that. But that's, I honestly be thinking J-Mane heart be in the right place, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his heart be in the right place, and I think he mean well. Like, I don't got shit bad to say about J-Mane. I sent 10 bands out to the guys' kids, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got shit negative to say about folks at all. You know what I'm saying? I just, certain things he do, he could go about it a little different, but I think folks' heart be in the right place for sure.
Do you think he should take all his old music down?
Yeah. I feel like whatever music he got dissing the guys, like, all that need to, which I don't know, he might have. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember he did lose a YouTube, didn't he? He lost a whole channel. You know what I'm saying? And had to revamp his channel. So I ain't gonna lie, he might not have too much of it up. You know what I'm saying? But anything he do, it probably should be taken down. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Cam. Just to show motherfuckers that you own the shit that you own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, folks. The reason I say he probably need to take his shit down is because J-Mane used to go hard in the paint, folks. Like, J-Mane used to say shit, make us be in the hood talking to each other like, folks, you heard what he's... Oh, he used to be having us pissed, when he popped out with them dyed fake dreads of V-Roy's. Like, V-Roy's shit, boy, was mad as hell, fool. I swear to God, fool, he pissed a lot of the guys off with that little one. So, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the complaints that they were saying when he was there, man. But just from the outside looking in, man, I kind of just thought it was big that he even was able to go and leave. I kind of felt like just a couple years ago, it would have been something serious. So, I thought it was big just for that. Even if ain't no real peace, maybe everything starts with just a little something, and it grows to something bigger. So, hopefully it will.
Yeah, I always tell people, bro, one thing about it, seeing is believing, man. If you can see it happen, you know it's possible, bro. So seeing is always believing. Anything that happened and you can show guys can come through and leave unscathed, even if shit go wrong, motherfucker left unscathed, folk. A couple years ago, motherfucker would have shot his neck off. He would have tried to walk out that bitch, motherfucker would have switched folks down a few years back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's definitely seeing is believing. And I feel like, he visited once before that
How
with
the fuck
Savage.
it go do this?
And shit. So he got some of the guys that with him.
Hey, I'm about to take a nap, bro. This shit is just doing nothing, bro. I'm about to close my eyes, bro.
It's things
Dead
that
ass.
be talked about for sure. For Tay in tune with all the right
Dead
people.
ass, bro.
J-Mane in tune with all the right people. So,
This shit
that
ain't
type of shit can be
absolutely
definitely
nothing.
worked on, man.
Yep. Well, recently I did an interview with Bo Dill.
Mm-hmm.
And in this interview, he talks about a situation where he had Little Dirt and Duck both agreeing to some peace or to something, and they felt like it all broke apart because of peer pressure.
And me and G Count had them meet us downtown at Hooters. And it was Wook, it was Smiles, it was they had got Lil J on the phone, they had called Duck. They had it was a bunch of people that met there trying to squash the beef. You know what I'm saying? And Wook number everybody was with it. When they talked to Dirk, he was with it while he on the phone. But after they left, and everybody left and dispersed, I guess you peer pressure. Oh man, we up, man. We ain't doing none of that. And they hit back and say, man, we not doing that. But Duck was with it. Everybody, all of them was with it at that particular time. And when I saw that happen, I said, you know what? I ain't gonna put my name on nothing like that again, because what happens is this. We can sit down and everybody say they cool, and now it's like Bo and G Count brought them together, and they cool, and then somebody kills somebody. Then it's like, well, if Bo wouldn't have had them to sit down, that would have never happened.
Did you see that? And did you know about that situation when it was going down?
Yeah, so I did see that. I think I said something to you about that too. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Bo Dill, he a powerful dude, man. I call Bo Dill, that's one of my OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a lot of respect in the city. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of, like Bo Dill being involved is important on a lot of levels. You know what I'm saying? Because he the type of dude that actually gon' try to even, like, certain shit, bro, Cam, like, don't even be negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you got the certain person that can even negotiate this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really have a certain level of cachet to really even talk to about being cool with they ops or squashing certain shit or making peace without it being you on the platter next. Like, oh, this want to be one of them. He trying to make peace out of this shit. We on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, I definitely seen that shit, and I was aware of what was going on and shit like that, folk. But I definitely, it probably was peer pressure, bro. You know what I'm saying? It probably was peer pressure for sure. I ain't gonna lie, probably was definitely peer pressure, cause, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, it is a little pressure behind that type of shit. You know, Cam, like, you be feeling so much pressure, just like you got so many dead homies, folk that died for this shit. You be trying to not do nothing dishonorable to those guys. For you put yourself in their shoes, or you put them in your situation, be like, what would they want me to do? You know what I'm saying? But so that's where the peer pressure could come from sometimes. It's just like trying to never disrespect your homies and shit like that, for like your dead homies, or that did give up their life or their freedom for this shit. You don't never want to like forsaken those guys or go against the grain with those type of people, because it's people out here that gave their life and freedom for this shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? So you always feel a little pressure to even engage in any type of beefs, or try to even like, I mean, not engage, but like dismantle any type of beefs. You feel the pressure of even playing along with that type of shit sometimes, just because you got so many people that engage a lot and lost a lot to this shit. You never want to be, you never want to insult them. You know what I'm saying? You never want to do something that your guys that ain't here no more wouldn't want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So you could feel a lot of pressure from that situation. I definitely could see them feeling peer pressure from both sides, and I could see that.
Since our last interview, the biggest news that's going down, man, is Little Dirk, 5 other people, OTF affiliates, have been arrested for murder for hire for Little Pop, one of Quando Rondo's people out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first thoughts when you first seen the news?
We got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it happened, it was like everybody got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was almost like the feeling of when O-Block and folks them got snatched up for duck shit. It was like the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of the same type of feeling, like, damn, bro, like, they done came and they hit us hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the same effect. They came and swooped up like 3-4 of the guys. They ain't got smirked. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the O-Block, they came and grabbed 5 of the guys quick, then put another one in like a year later. Like, bro, when they come through, folk, it just show you, like, that they paying attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, like, to even just see, like, the first couple days, bro, I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. I didn't see no other news on social media for 2 days. Like, I was scrolling the gram, bro, and every blog was either posts of Smirk them or updates of their case. It was not no other news happening. It was like everybody was like, oh, Smirk locked up. I'm talking about you had no choice but to actually deep dive or, see what was going on, because literally that shit was Smirk now. I'm talking about for 2 days, I didn't read another thing on Instagram outside of them. I'm talking about every potty's post was something about folks now. I ain't gonna lie. Every blogger, every regular person, it was free Smirk, it was free OTF, it was people's stories filled with that shit. That's what it was. I'm in Iraq, folks, so I got a bunch of Chicago followers. So the city was feeling that shit tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, the city was feeling that shit tough, bro. And it just made me, that O-Block 5 shit showed me a lot, bro. That O-Block case showed me a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Showed me how they tracking phones. They got cameras all on the E-ways, and like they get winning them cameras. Swear I ain't working the WIC for 20 years. Them bitches work just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that, bro. Like, you be, man, hell no, them cameras ain't really, man, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just show you that type of shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? It just was the same thing with this, folks. They went and tried to get phone records, and they got flights, and they got text messages and calls, and they talking about cameras on the place where they fall. They to my renting cars, and bro, they really did they due diligence, bro. And it just showed me we in a different time, Cam. You know what I'm saying? Because I said this before, like, man, when I was growing up, bro, as soon as you got mentioned in some shit, they'll come slide on you, the police. Like, if your name come up in anything that they investigating, you're getting investigated right then and there. Like, they gonna find your ass within 24 hours to come talk to you. Now, it's like even the state then adapted the Fed type of approach, bro, where they let you talk yourself into a corner. You know what I'm saying? Where they let you feel like you got away with something and probably make some songs and make a couple posts about it and, help them build their case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what they doing now, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, smirking them in the feds, so they always did business like that. But we got different people, like, there's somebody that just went to jail for like a month ago, fighting 2 bodies. He from Bloodhound. They let little folks sit around for months, almost a year, folk, and make posts and like he got away with it for, and then they came and snatched Shorty up like a couple weeks or a month ago. And he fighting 2 state murders, not even federal murders. But back in my day, if you was wanted for a body or they felt like you killed the motherfucker, bro, they was bare minimum coming to investigate you within 48 hours of your name coming up. Now, they let you feel like you got away with it so you can go make posts and probably get in the stew, make a couple tracks and make a couple bars hinting about it. And, you could tell a few more friends and they do all of that, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's like they want you to leave crumbs for them. They ain't really trying to do their own job. They used to have to, in the state, they'll lock you up and investigate while you in jail. Now the state working like the feds, where they don't come get you till they feel like they got you. So now it's like, bro, that's how when I seen that shit was smirking them, it just made me understand, like, they ain't playing, folks. They gonna do their research, and when they come, they gonna try to make sure they got you nailed, folks, before they even come see you. You know what I'm saying? At first, they used to build their cases before while you in jail. Now they coming through, and they gonna try to cook you before you could even go to trial. So that shit was shocking, folks. I ain't gonna lie, it was shocking, and it just showed you, folks, like they watching, they paying attention, and they on that, folks. You know what I'm saying? Because, when you out here and everybody free and shit like that, you think like you getting away with a lot of shit for real, bro. But just like, they did the Wick, folks, they let them run around and shit. All this shit is alleged, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he been convicted of none of this shit yet. This all the shit they think they got on him, but it's just like how they operating, bro. It's an eye-opener. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying attention to where this shit is headed, folks, and you steady talking about what you do on songs or what done happened with whoever, and if it's a charge that can come from this shit, you damn better off not even going that route. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
What do you think about people blaming King Von, being that King Von was the one that instigated it with Rondo that night?
Bro, look, I always tell people, a lot of people try to say that Von was like a curse to this shit. And I always tell people like Von was a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help that V. Roy felt like he had to stand on business that night. Like, if you are familiar with what they had going on before that night happened, anybody that know Von would have expected him to do just what he did. Like, he not no pussy, folks. He not no nigga, no internet. He not that'll bump with you via social media and then find out you within 500 of him and not go try to find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't blame V. Roy for that, because that's who he always been. We patted him on the back for being who he is all this time. We can't blame him for going out on his shield. You know what I'm saying? He went out just how he came. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't blame him for that. Everybody yelled his name, put shit in his songs, and said this and that, was hyping him up for the negative shit he used to do or the ways he was. So we can't then turn around and try to shit on him for him going out the way he came in. You know what I'm saying? Von always been who he was, for rich or poor. That's why a lot of with him, because we know he the same rich he was poor. Von used to sit around, bro, literally was fresh out of jail all the time. So he could never smoke or drink. Never. Like, he didn't start smoking and drinking, bro, till he came home from his murder charge. So he beat that. And he was off papers because he was free from beating a murder. Every time Von would get out, he'd be on probation or parole. He could never smoke. But you know what he'd do? He'd sit and buy me weed all day. Literally all day. What you, man? You look like you ready to cry. You want some weed or something? This one, Trey Fives was 50 too. They 125 like they is now. This one they was 50. And this we 16 and 17 years old. We don't even got money. He hoes getting money from bitches and shit like that. And he buying me weed with it like I'm his girlfriend and shit. Like, Like, folk, like, bro, all he ever wanted to do was see his happy and contribute, folks. Like, and that's why I say the same got rich or poor, because when he got rich, what he do? Bow his chains unprovoked. Nobody had to force him. Nobody had to put that idea in his mind, and won a lot of doing it before him. Nobody, he didn't even have nobody to get that from via Chicago. Nobody bought 10 of their homies chains and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He had an OTF chain and he bought his own shit. So it's like nobody was doing that, bro. So when he did that, I told and it was damn V Roy real. I told V Roy, I said I ain't shocked by this shit. You used it always. You always gave to your folk unprovoked. Not you don't gotta ask. He always did what he do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't never fault him or like blame him for nothing, bro. Like all of this shit, like we just gotta like you know when I was just talking to you about graduating, bro. We just gotta learn to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like some of us gotta learn the positions we in sometime. You know what I'm saying? We gotta weigh our choices. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like, you know, when the shit that happened with V Roy, bro, it's that's in them positions to stand on business. It is who's the face like Schmirk, who shouldn't be nowhere near none of that commotion, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, that's why you got big homies and little homies. You know what I'm saying? Back then the day, I wouldn't have asked no known rich rappers to be out here putting their name and shit like that. Put phone them in them cars and tell their ass go kill some. You know what I'm saying? We don't even need the big bro to say nothing. We don't need our rich, famous rap mans getting involved in this. We about to go catch a hat. All that we ain't doing that, and they killed our mans. This ain't nobody that need to be paid. We don't need to be paid to stand on that for V Roy or to smoke for you for nothing. So it ain't like you gotta put batteries in back from the big homie to go make a motherfucker stand on no business. It's just I don't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, dude, it's just I don't know. It's an unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all alleged. So you know we don't know what role everybody really played in this shit, but I really can't blame Von for nothing, bro. Von did a lot of good for this shit. Like Von bonded motherfuckers out for bodies and was putting money on lawyers and all of that type of shit don't happen without V Roy, folks. So I know it's easy to be like, damn, blame him for this night, but man, I think V Roy single-handedly brought drill back. Like man, V Roy did so much good for this shit, bro. I don't really know. It's unfortunate what happened, but blame. I can't pass no blame. I ain't gonna lie.
There was definitely like, you know, because he was so active, like on the net. He was going live, you know what I'm saying? He would hop in his ops live, you know, like he dropping a song, you know what I'm saying? Like there was just so much you know, energy created, you know, negative and all, but you know, it was just so much to talk about when he was here that, you know, I definitely feel when you said that.
Yeah, like that's why I say, bro, like you gotta take the good with the bad with like V Roy though. Like you never go like him, bro. We all understand what type of person he is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say, bro, we cheered him up and we made the demonic shit his ways, bro. We championed him for that. Like we clapped for that. Like we wanted that. We urged that. You know what I'm saying? We wanted that from him. So we can't then turn around and be like, oh, you gotta blame bro for being how he was. We championed him for that. Even in his days with the money and the power and the fame, we championed him for that. We championed him for the person he was even when he was rich and powerful for. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like a motherfucker was trying to change V Roy and he went left that night and broke out of some type of character we was trying to get him in. Like this is literally him. You know what I'm saying? So he went out on his shield. He went out how he came in, and you know it's unfortunate the events and things that happened after the word. But I can't blame him for. I ain't gonna lie.
I seen you talk about one time, man. You know, you guys were kicking it in your hood, and the cops rolled up, and you know, I think you took off running, But he ended up, can you talk about that? What happened?
Man, bro, my first pipe case I caught was because of this Vaughn. Bro, we was outside in the field getting it going, getting active and shit, and the police end up smacking the block. You know what I'm saying? Because of, shots was fired on the other side and, shit like that. So they end up sliding on us. And when they pulled up, it was me and V Roy standing on one side of the street, just only us two. We both got straps though. Then all the rest of the guys was across the street in a big ass group. Cause back in the day we used to think we was tricking the police. Like we try to have all the commotion going on the other side, so they don't really.
Oh man, what up, TJ? What up, TJ? We do got a 5-minute We got a 5-minute tap here. We white, red, blue. Yeah, it's been going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, it has. It has. I want it to go invalid and leave us alone if it's not gonna, just leave us alone, bro. I do see these could possibly be moves as well. But it's just, yeah. Yeah, never mind. I'm really about ready to close my laptop for real for today. This shit is like, sometimes it's irritating how bad it can be. I don't see this coming back up though. Shit just ranging. Says 5 minute Nas. I ain't really yeah, Nas got shot up. this pullback, I'm getting in. I got too much thought. I'm thinking too much on this move. I like the demand, but I don't like the indicators. I feel like this will go white, red, blue after this, whatever this shit is. I like that this is lining up better. This indicators are below the price. I just don't know if, since gold has tried to buy it, keep creating higher, lower highs. I just don't trust it to buy. Oh, it's because I'm covering my mouth. I think gold could have, but I don't like the indicators. I mean, it's probably going to hit. Your mic is cutting off. What about now? Is it bad? Is it better now? Like, this is may seem like a lot, but dang. Is it better now? It just keeps cutting off. I don't know then, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue. Yeah, gold was our move. Gold was our move, but it was just an indicator. Actually, gold, I'm not feeling FOMO on that, because that actually wasn't. When it comes to the farming, I know what I'm gonna. I need the white, red, blue. See? Hell no. I trust this way more. And we got a demand to go get. Yeah, I trust that way more. Like, look at gold. Like, I just don't trust that shit. Plug and unplug the mic. Hold up. I know what it is, bro. Hold up. Give me a sec. Yeah, I don't know. Is it working better now? Yeah, ain't nothing going on. Yeah, I'm about to just lay back down to the news after news, bro. It's looking real no tradish today.
That's most likely to shoot with the guns, bro. Like, we want to put y'all eyes on all the rest of them over there while we tucked off, strapped on BD. You know what I'm saying? So when they hit the block, we didn't even run because we was just sure that they was gonna smack the side of the street with all 30 of these over there. Man, they must have been right on our side, jumped the curb. Oh, whoa, hold on. Man, look, Badger, folks. B-Roy, fresh out. He on boot camp probation. He catch a pipe case, he about to go through like 4 straight. He got like boot camp with 4 behind him, folks, like, or 8 behind him or some shit like that. So he about to go do 4 straight if he just surrender. If folks surrendered, they bopped on us before he did this. B-Roy did this, folks. He put his hands up like, damn. Folk got the strap in his back pocket. Me? I'm not, man, look, we just got out here and got active. I ain't get going. I shook it on their ass. I got up out of there, man, you, folks. I shake it. So they was belling out like they had jumped the curb and was belling out on us and shit. So when they started belling out, I don't know if y'all, this be happening to y'all, bro, but I swear to God, bro, for like a little small second, shit be moving in slow mo when your adrenaline about to start, bro. I'm telling you, it's like they pulled up on the block fast as hell. When they got to our side of the street to bell out, they had started belling out in slow motion. I swear to God, folks. I'm not lying. It's like I was looking at their ass in the Matrix, folks. They belling out, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at V-Roy. I'm trying to see, is he giving me the, like, what is his folks on BD? So I'm thinking like, man, is he running? Is he running? What he on? BD folks doing this. I see his hands go. I'm like, oh, this nigga giving up. Oh, hell, that's on me. I shake off. Bro, why would because I ended up going to jail for that shit. They ended up bumping me with my pipe. When I got out, folks told me, like, yeah, when they belt back in their cars and chased you, I just put my gun under a tire and walked off. Like, oh, so I saved you. And you watched me get my dumb ass chased through the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause back in the day, we used to, like, when you would see one of your homies getting chased through the block, you used to do shit like shoot a pipe in the air or do something like the police would get off your homie they chasing and go shoot to what just happened. But I ain't expect him to just shoot a gun there, no shit like that. But I don't know what I expected B-Roy to do. I didn't expect them to watch them chase me through the hood. Man, that police chased me for a good 15 minutes through the block by myself. They will not stop chasing me, folks. I swear to God, when I shake it on the police, right? I hopped the gate. They belt back in their car. I hopped the gate on Fulton Gray. So when I hopped the gate, they couldn't chase me no more. They started belting out of their cars, folks. As I'm running, the pipe is falling down my leg, folks. So I'm trying to, like, reach to stop it from going in my pants. And I turned around, G. I swear to God, bro. The police that was behind me, Boy, that nigga had me lined up so good, I could damn near see the bullet in the chamber. Like, I damn near looked straight down the chamber of that bitch. I turned around and see that nigga had me lined up. I said, oh, hell no. I kept running. I didn't give a fuck if that bitch slid down my leg then. Boy, you not finna kill me and say I tried to up-pipe on you? I shook it on their ass on BD. I turned around, that had me lined up. I said, oh, hell no, I gotta get away. I gotta get out of these niggas' sight. I jump another gate, shaking through the hood some more, man. Ended up getting bumped and shit like that. But I was only 16, so I ended up doing like 4 days for that pipe. I was in there and shit. For like 4 days, they let me out on house arrest and shit. And then folks, he kind of serious, shit like that. He telling me like, man, yeah, folks, when you shook it on their ass, I just took my shit out and put it under a tire, folks, because he ain't had shit but a little 380, some shit like that. So when that shit happened, they scratched off on him, and they chased me through the hood, and he was able to stash his shit on BD. So I basically got him, man. V. Roy ass would have probably, if he'd have went to jail, he wouldn't even been in the field for about 4 years, folks. So I actually got folks in that jam, and I did 4 days. So it really wasn't shit at all. I did 4 days and then 30 days on the band, and I was back out in the field.
I was watching an interview with Big Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And during this interview, you know, they brought up the Little Durk case. And he said he thought that Durk would have a lot of, like a hard time in jail because of all the people that think he did something to them.
Right.
You know, what's your thoughts on that?
That shit not in no Cali jail. Like, I don't know if that.
Well, he's in the feds, so he'll be around. You know, he'll be around everybody from everywhere.
Well,
he'll run into you got all those guys, all the old Block 5, Quando Rondo, NBA Youngboy. These guys are all they could all run into each other
in federal prison. You know what I'm saying? Like in federal prison, they could. I think as far as the county go, I think the county is for federal county system. I think is just for the who caught they cases in Cali. Now, when he go to prison, if he go to prison, he can end up in Hawaii or something. I don't know. Like he can end up in a prison in any state in this country, folks. That's how the feds work. You usually never gonna be nowhere near the crib. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, bro, I still don't believe it though. Because, bro, I'm telling you, and I'm gonna just speak from experience, it is fans in jail. I'm talking about dick riders, bro. Like, you be thinking you got ops in that bitch and this gonna be this and that. You go in that bitch, be fanned the out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They be fanned the out, bro. No shade, no nothing. But they be fans, bro. Durk, I wouldn't be surprised if Smirk already got that bitch in a chokehold already, folks. Like, you gotta understand, bro. Like, look at Smirk different, bro. He not even just a rapper. Like, been watching Shorty and growing up off Shorty. Shorty like a legend in this shit. Like, he passed that rap status to a lot of people, bro. Like, he one of the goats of the rap of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole drill wave, folk, that changed the world. He was one of the heads of the snake on that motherfucker, folk. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people with Shorty. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna outside a couple dick suckers or that wanna, you know, go on their side, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like the only nigga that really met Smirk with aggression was Youngboy. Like all them other man, I don't feel like them wanna be into it for real. Like if Shorty came out and was like, man, look, we gonna leave that shit where it's at. I feel like all them be thirsty to go right along with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only seen me Shorty with aggression in they whole camp really is Youngboy. He met Durk aggression with aggression. Outside of that, bro, I'm telling you, you got fans in jail, bro. I'm talking about dick riders. I'm talking about, bro, it's different in that bitch, bro. You will have fan ass ready to shank a motherfucker 97 times that never met you before. I'm telling you, folks, like, man, these niggas be ready to crash out about you. You got a certain type of level of clout, and you know Shorty ain't stingy, so motherfuckers making sure he's straight, you gonna be taken care of also. And that's all they care about in jail, folks. Like, you take care of who you with in that bitch, and you solid enough, you ain't gonna really never have too much of nothing to worry about, bro. And like, bro, it's like I say, it's fans, bro. I'm not sure if let Smirk get a fade in one-on-one. I ain't gonna lie. probably in that bitch beat niggas to death over shorty. I ain't gonna lie, like you ain't gonna be able to touch him in jail probably. Real shit. Like you ain't dumb folk, nigga gonna come in that bitch and politic. You know it ain't. He already in that bitch with a bunch of who ain't the BDs or the GDs, so he going in that bitch with Crips or Bloods. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly that in the county, federal county system. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for in the federal jail system, now them niggas go to prison, he gonna be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But in that jail in LA and California, bro, I would be surprised if a hair on that head gets touched the whole time he's in that jail.
Were you ever surprised by somebody in jail kind of being, fanned out or, you know what I'm saying, a little excited? Like he really should have been on some shit with you, but he was kind of like excited to meet you, like, oh, this is Tay 600.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, every time I've ever went to jail, it was a situation like that, bro. And that's why I could talk from experience, because it's just little old me got that type of shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Humbly, you know what I'm saying? So I could just imagine a platinum selling, Grammy winner. Man, bro, that motherfucker got that. He had a whole wing named after Shorty in that bitch, probably. Oh, folk, the Dirk wing. They probably got the Schmirk wing. Oh, we finna go over there with Schmirk, folk, on his wing. Like, I'm telling you, folk. Cause, bro, when you that famous, that's when you start having security guards and COs and wardens and shit that'll fuck with you. They probably won't try to do it out in the open, but them niggas, man, you be on that bitch getting all type of extra little pool and shit like that, man. You go to commissary, you only supposed to be able to get 100. The people in the commissary window letting you shake for extra 30, giving you free bags of chips and shit because you little dirt. Like, I'm telling you, folks, like, these motherfuckers probably giving him extra sheets, pillows, bed, everything. Man, look, it's how it go. I can only imagine, bro. Like, I don't know what the little Blick Mike thinking. Well, he thinking Schmirk in Cook County Jail. Boy, Schmirk ain't in the rack. Yeah, it's not in the rack, bro. That man is in somewhere where ain't nobody mad at him but Lil Pal Mama out there, and they ain't even from out there. Lil Pal Mama somewhere in Georgia mad about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Boy, ain't nobody in LA got shit negative to say about that man, bro. I would be surprised if that man ever get into it with one over there. He probably go his whole bid without arguing. I ain't gonna lie, his whole county bid, his whole jail bid without arguing. He gonna have to go to prison to get into it with somebody, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
One thing I seen you kind of touch on was that, at one point when Duck dropped Dead Bitches, you reached out to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think you mentioned you DM'd him or something.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys knew each other since you guys were kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Man, like I know Duck and I knew him for a while. So, when he made the Chicago Drill Legends thing, bro, I had saluted him. You know what I'm saying? So it was only right that I show the same level of compassion when he went the other route. Like, bro, I literally felt when he dropped Chicago Legends, folk, and he, that was the song where he was mentioning guys from our end, and he was showing them love, Fredo, Newski, all the bro them. And it was a moment, I felt like it was a moment in Iraq, bro, where that was something nobody had done. So regardless of what even the reaction was going to be, I just knew how stand up he was to even try to do that or make that song, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was some of the most stand up shit that done happened in this drill era, bro. So I had commented under that video when he posted that Chicago Legend shit, and I had saluted it. I put it on my story, all that, bro. Like I was promoting that shit like it was a nigga that from my side that dropped that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I just felt like that was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And when he, it was like weeks, maybe a couple months later. You know what I'm saying? He had dropped the Dead Bitches shit, and it was like it kind of hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always tell, bro, like I stopped dissing people in 2016 when I first came home from prison, because I had an old head tell me, stop talking about who ain't around to defend their own honor, bro. You know what I'm saying? The old head pulled me to the side in the joint and said that shit. Like, man, look, anybody that ain't around to defend their own honor for you, don't talk about them. It's like you sneak dissing. You know, he got on my level with that shit. You know, I'm a YN at the time, folks. So I'm like, what? I don't gotta sneak this no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of tricked me in the not dissing no more, because he made me look at it like I was talking behind these back. When I know I say this shit to their face. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped dissing. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got on my level with that shit, and he made me look at it in a certain way where I was like, as a young, I'm like, you know what? I'm done dissing, bro, because of how I view that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I don't got to sneak this no ain't around to say shit back to me. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped talking bad about them, bro. You know what I'm saying? I stopped saying their names in my songs, all that. I did away with it, right? And a lot of expected me.
I remember you were like, I want to say the first, if not the first, one of the first.
Yeah, bro.
We
like,
talked about it in
yeah.
the very first interview we did. We talked about it.
Yeah, like, and a lot of people expected me to revert from that when they seen that people like Wooski and them was still dissing all my homies, and I had to tell guys like, bro, I ain't stopped dissing the ops because I was trying to.
Yeah, me too. I like Nas 1 hour
what their
play.
reaction was gonna be from what I did. I had stopped dissing the ops because that was what was in my heart now. That was something that was on my moral compass now, and that's how I seen shit. If you start doing shit for other people's reactions, bro, you always gonna end up back at square one, folks. That's why I end up brushing across Duck, because Duck basically told me on some shit like, man, I dropped the Chicago Legend shit and them niggas was still dissing. I'm back on that. You know what I'm saying? That was basically his explanation, and I was on some shit like, bro, like you can't stop dissing and do all that shit because of you hoping that they stop doing it. It's never gonna be a nobody dissing nobody, bro. You just gotta do that and hope what you doing.
Yeah, I definitely like this Nas 1 hour play. I feel like Nas is still in a strong downtrend. Like, I just feel like Nas is still in a very strong downtrend. Gold did end up hitting, I see, but we also got this S&P tap that could possibly happen. But being in between supply and demand is tough, because this is higher time frame supply as well, and it's on every time. We got news about to come up. So I really couldn't even take this trade if I wanted to. That's probably gonna go too fast with this news. Yeah, I like Nas to sell. I just hope news don't tank it. Like, yeah, that's what I hope. I just hope news don't tank it. Look like Doyle and them took a trade. They probably took that gold trade. I would not be surprised if Doyle and them took that gold trade. I want to see. was not gonna allow this play. If we didn't have news, I'd be getting ready for this. Damn, I know I've been off. Man, these people cutting grass. I need to actually talk to them. I'm about to complain. I need to talk to them. See if they could do my yard. Let's see what's about to happen here with news. They took a sale?
The market is reopened.
Oh, yeah. I don't like the fact that it's 16 times 5. That's 12.5. I don't think it's gonna go get that. I think we right about the sale of Nas. But let's see. all tanked. Let's look at this from a different perspective here. It ain't going invalid, but I have no faith in that shit. Bye. That shit below now. I need to get this right. I need to see. Yeah, we went invalid on that. Like it's barely invalid. If it even is invalid. I don't even think that's invalid. It ain't struck through there, but I don't think it's about to buy. I think it's setting up sell plays for us. I kid you not, I feel like it's setting up sell plays for us.
Order filled.
I'm in, bro. If I'm being personally honest, I think we finna take out all of this liquidity.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take out this liquidity. 2-1 right there. I am in on Nas 1 hour play. I am in this trade, bro. Look at this bull, y'all. Oh, man. Yo, TJ, you there? Hope you in this. Good. Yeah, let's hope Nas don't bullshit us like yesterday, bro. Let's just hope Nas don't hold us out. Oh man, we finna be in this trade a while. I really close my eyes. I am sleepy. Alright, let's be weary of this right here. Actually, this. Not weary, but we could get some retracement here before the actual dump. We got 15-minute supply zone. I'm expecting a little retracement right here.
Yo, Seth, you up, Seth? You bugging, Seth? Seth, you know I don't even call you Seth, but the fact that people.
Yeah, hold off, Nas, because I'm a.
What you on fuck with me or something? What's up? What I did? Yesterday for my birthday, son, that nigga could get a post. You could share my picture in the story and nothing. Man, I like the post. You know what that means? I don't know what that means. I posted it, man. You like a lot of people like you my partner. I ain't look. You ain't comment on that bitch, son. You ain't posting on your page. You ain't even posting in the story, son. But you know you posted though? You posted the baby. You posted the baby on your page, I remember, and your story. Man, little baby, let me see.
Look at this shit. It's like yesterday. really hope this shit don't fucking do that faggot ass shit that it did yesterday, bro. Like, bro, who cares about why is S&P and Nas like? Yeah. Like, fuck the fact that it got a. Still got. Yeah, we just gotta wait, bro. We just gotta let this trade play out. It's a lot of retracement that need to happen. Yes, created a 15-minute play. It did. Yeah, that's what I think Nas is waiting. Nas is retracing with S&P. Yep, I'm already hip, brother. I'm already hip, bro. I don't think it want to go get it, though. Because it would have been got it by now. And if it's going to go get it, I wish it would just go get it. This NFP bullshit is starting to, like, make me reconsider how I'm gonna approach NFP weeks. Cause these are the same plays that we take all the time. It's just that first week of the month always sucks. Like we take all these same plays all month last month. But that first week is always like just sucks, bro. Like go tap, bro. Just go ahead and tap. Cause I'ma take this as well. Like just go ahead and tap. Shit not important right now, Cam. I'm gonna trade, bro. This is just like, this the second day in a row. Second day in a row, some shit like this. Second day in a row. I'm telling you, I might be leaving Nas and S&P alone the rest of this fucking week. I probably won't even be touching this shit no more. Cause I don't got time for NFP, bro. I don't got time for this shit. Constantly fucking happening all week. I don't got time for it. Like doing all this is lame as fuck. I ain't know what you're doing all this, like that should just be bogus, like. Yeah, it should just be bogus, bro. It can be bogus sometimes. I hope it was just a retracement for S&P to catch up. I really do. Because these are our setups, bro. Like, these are our setups. These are our setups. It's just simple as that. These are the setups. But like, it's just bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This is straight bullshit. Straight bullshit, bro. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, NFP week, though, bro. NFP week, bro. NFP week, bro. Another $1,000 fucking loss. When I said I was gonna come into this week going 500 a trade, I said I was gonna do $500 a trade because I knew this week would be ass. Hey, I'm getting out this trade, bro. I'm off, bro. I ain't finna waste my time, bro. Shit, lame. It's all good, bro. We back tomorrow, TJ. I'm off this.